Imagine stepping into a world where mythology and video games collide, creating a breathtaking yet flawed masterpiece. What if I told you that one of the most visually stunning and narratively ambitious games of 2024 is also one of the most polarizing? Welcome to the world of Black Myth, Wukong. Developed by Game Science, this game challenges the conventions of action RPGs with its bold reimagining of Chinese folklore, exhilarating combat mechanics, and stunning visuals. But does it truly live up to the immense hype? Or are its technical flaws and pacing issues too glaring to ignore? In this deep dive, we're peeling back the layers of Black Myth, Wukong, dissecting its story, gameplay, art direction, and everything that makes it a hot topic at the 2024 Game Awards. So sit back, grab some snacks, and let's embark on an epic journey into the realm of the Monkey King and the studio that dared to dream big. And hey, if you enjoy detailed gaming breakdowns like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's dive in. 1. The Game Awards 2024. What makes Black Myth, Wukong special? Let's set the stage. Black Myth, Wukong isn't just another action RPG. It's a game that has captured the imagination of millions, earning itself 4 major nominations at the Game Awards 2024. Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Art Direction, and Best Action Game. These nominations aren't just ceremonial. They reflect the impact and influence of this game on the industry and its players. Rarely does a game with such bold artistic ambition come along, especially one rooted so deeply in Chinese culture and mythology. But these accolades also raise a critical question. Can a game plagued with bugs and technical issues truly deserve to be crowned Game of the Year? While its competitors are polished to near perfection, Black Myth, Wukong opts for daring ambition, even if it stumbles along the way. This contrast is part of what makes it such a fascinating nominee. Let's start by exploring the rich cultural heritage that inspired this extraordinary title. 2. The Inspiration, a modern take on Chinese folklore. At the heart of Black Myth, Wukong lies one of China's most beloved literary works, Journey to the West, penned by Wu Chengyin in the 16th century. This epic tale of adventure, redemption, and spirituality serves as the foundation for Game Science's bold reinterpretation. In this retelling, you don't play as Sun Wukong, the legendary Monkey King, but rather as the Destined One, a mute protagonist whose journey intertwines with Wukong's legacy. Your mission is to retrieve 6 powerful relics, each tied to Wukong's mystical past. What sets this game apart is its ability to bring Chinese folklore to life in ways we've rarely seen in gaming. From the richly detailed mythical creatures to the intricate landscapes inspired by traditional Chinese art, every frame of Black Myth, Wukong feels like a love letter to its source material. The game even weaves folklore into its storytelling, with unique narrative vignettes presented in diverse artistic styles, such as stop-motion animation and watercolor art. These creative choices add layers of depth and authenticity, immersing players in a world that feels both ancient and fantastical. Yet, as stunning as this reimagining is, it sometimes struggles to make its complex mythology accessible to players unfamiliar with the original text. 3. First Impressions, a visual and emotional rollercoaster. First impressions matter, and Black Myth, Wukong ensures that its opening moments are nothing short of spectacular. From the moment you step into its world, you're greeted by an awe-inspiring visual feast. Snowflakes drift softly through the air, rivers shimmer under the sunlight, and mountains loom in the distance, shrouded in mist. It's a level of graphical fidelity that sets a new standard for the industry. The first hour feels like a masterclass in immersion. The animations are fluid, the combat is satisfying, and the story teases just enough to hook you in. You'll find yourself marveling at the world around you, eager to explore its secrets. But as the hours tick by, cracks begin to show. Audio glitches disrupt the atmosphere, textures occasionally fail to load, and the game's performance can be frustratingly inconsistent. Imagine battling an epic boss only to have the game crash moments before you land the final blow. These technical hiccups can break immersion and test your patience. And yet, for many players, the beauty and ambition of Black Myth, Wukong make these flaws forgivable. It's a game that dares to dream big, even if it stumbles along the way. 4. Storytelling. A mixed bag of depth and accessibility. The story of Black Myth, Wukong is as complex as it is captivating. Game science has crafted a narrative that feels deeply rooted in Chinese mythology while also exploring universal themes of identity, destiny, and redemption. The Destined One's journey is shrouded in mystery, with layers of lore waiting to be uncovered by those willing to dig deeper. Each chapter is punctuated by a short vignette that delves into the backstory of the antagonist you've just defeated. These moments are presented in unique artistic styles, such as hand-drawn animation or claymation, adding a touch of creativity that feels almost cinematic. However, the storytelling isn't without its flaws. The game often assumes that players are familiar with Journey to the West, which can leave newcomers feeling lost. Iconic characters like Zhu Baji and Sha Wujing make appearances, but their roles are underexplored, leaving their significance unclear. The choice to have a mute protagonist is another double-edged sword. While it allows players to project their own interpretations onto the Destined One, it also makes it harder to connect emotionally with the character. Still, the story's ambitious scope and creative execution make it a memorable journey, even if it occasionally falters. 5. Gameplay mechanics, the dance of combat and exploration. When it comes to gameplay, Black Myth, Wukong delivers a rich and satisfying experience that blends challenging combat with rewarding exploration. At its core, the game borrows the stamina-based combat of a Souls-like but infuses it with the high-octane action of games like Devil May Cry. The combat system revolves around a focus meter, which fills as you land successful hits or execute perfect dodges. This meter powers up your special abilities, allowing for devastating attacks that can turn the tide of battle. Whether you're summoning spectral clones to confuse enemies or transforming into a monstrous wolf to unleash chaos, the combat feels dynamic and empowering. Exploration is equally engaging. The game encourages curiosity, rewarding players who stray from the beaten path with hidden treasures, powerful upgrades, and secret bosses. However, the absence of a map can make navigation frustrating, especially in the sprawling, labyrinthine levels. Invisible walls and unclear pathways further compound this issue, making exploration a mix of wonder and irritation. 6. Boss battles, spectacle meets challenge. Boss battles are the heart and soul of Black Myth, Wukong. Each encounter feels like a meticulously crafted puzzle, requiring a blend of strategy, skill, and adaptability to overcome. The bosses aren't just enemies, they're towering, mythical spectacles that dominate the battlefield. One standout fight involves a colossal serpent that slithers through a desolate canyon, using the environment to its advantage. Another pits you against a fiery demon who summons waves of minions to overwhelm you, forcing you to constantly stay on the move. These encounters are visually stunning and mechanically challenging, often requiring multiple attempts to master their patterns. What makes these battles truly special is their narrative context. Each boss is tied to the lore of the world, adding layers of meaning to your victory. Defeating them feels like a triumph not just of skill but of storytelling, as you peel back another layer of the game's rich mythological tapestry. 7. Art and world design, a feast for the senses. Visually, Black Myth, Wukong is nothing short of a masterpiece. Every environment feels alive, brimming with detail and atmosphere. From the tranquil beauty of a bamboo forest to the eerie stillness of an abandoned temple, each location tells its own story. The art direction draws heavily from traditional Chinese painting, creating a visual style that feels both timeless and fresh. The character designs are equally impressive, blending realism with fantastical elements to create creatures that are as terrifying as they are mesmerizing. 8. Technical hurdles, the cost of ambition. As ambitious as it is, Black Myth, Wukong is not without its flaws. The game is riddled with technical issues that can disrupt the experience. Frame rate drops, crashes, and localization errors are just a few of the problems that players have encountered. While these issues don't completely overshadow the game's strengths, they do make it harder to fully appreciate its brilliance. Game science has promised post-launch patches to address these problems, but as of now, patience is required to fully enjoy this ambitious title. 9. Final thoughts, a game worth experiencing. Despite its flaws, Black Myth, Wukong is a game that deserves to be experienced. Its stunning visuals, exhilarating combat, and rich storytelling make it a standout title in 2024. While it may not be perfect, it's a bold and innovative entry in the action RPG genre, and one that leaves a lasting impression. And that wraps up our deep dive into Black Myth: Wukong. Whether you're captivated by its stunning visuals, intrigued by its folklore-rich story, or challenged by its demanding gameplay, this is a game that dares to stand out, even if it stumbles at times. If you're ready to experience this epic journey for yourself, don't forget to check the link in the description to grab your copy of Black Myth: Wukong. Trust me, it's a game worth exploring, especially for fans of mythological narratives and intense action combat. Also, make sure to check out the Full Game Awards 2024 Reviews playlist, where we're breaking down all the major nominees. From jaw-dropping art direction to the year's most innovative gameplay, we're covering it all. And before you go, don't forget to show some love. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to the channel for more in-depth reviews, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. There's so much more content coming your way, and you won't want to miss a single moment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay epic.